Anytime a woman talks about the roles of another woman in the society, other women come and start pointing fingers at her and say, oh, you're being judgmental, oh, you're being this, oh, you're being that, talk to the men, this. Sis, you want to be treated like a princess, but do you treat yourself like a princess? You want the man to be generous with his money on you, but you cannot spend on yourself. Let's have it, you're not a princess. When someone says something to you, who is genuinely trying to help you, you're triggered. Sis, you need to heal. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time seeing my face, my name is Agnes. And if this is not your first time seeing my face, you are welcome. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about how to receive princess treatment without asking for it. I've seen a lot and my girls are suffering. See, I will keep saying these things until you people, one day, by the grace of God, one day you people would take these words and apply it to your life. Let me not even beat around the bush or beat about the bush. Let's just dive right into the topic today. I saw a video whereby a girl was, or I think a screenshot, she was talking about, oh, someone invited her for a date and she asked the guy, will you come pick me up or would you order me an Uber? And then the guy said she should find her way to the venue and he would also find her way to the venue. And sis got angry. Like sis was vexing. And in my head I'm like, okay, I get the point of you saying that, oh, someone should order you an Uber and everything. But sister, that's equivalent to asking for transport fare to go and see a guy. Like, why are you asking him, the person you're going to go and see? You're asking him for transport fare. I don't understand. See, the thing is that, especially for a person that you're not dating, you're not yet in a relationship with, you're trying to get financial commitments from this person without any commitment. Let me tell you girls something. You see the way your body is precious to you, that you don't want anybody to force you to sleep with them. That's the same way these men, their money is precious to them and they don't want you being entitled at all. If you have not heard it from anywhere, hear it from here. Because the entitlement mentality, it is smelling. It is not right, it is bad. Some girls will be like, oh, you have to buy me this before I go on a date with you. Buy me the dress, buy me the wig. Do you know how much my makeup costs? Do you know how much? Hey, that means you don't even value the person you're going to go and see. Because if you do, you will not be behaving that way. You won't be behaving that way. I think girls, a lot of us are very selfish and we do not know it. Should be told. Women, most of us are really, really selfish. See, men also have feelings. They also get hurt. If you ask your male friends the pepper or the shege that they've seen in the hands of some girls, you'll be surprised that it's your fellow girls that are doing this. So, I don't know, sometimes I tend to ask myself, if I'm treating a guy a certain way, would I be happy if another girl is treating my brother the same way? That's a question. That's a sincere question you should ask yourself. So quickly, let's talk about princess treatment. We'll define what is princess treatment and what princess treatment is not. Princess treatment is when a woman is well taken care of and pampered by her man. And this involves her man loving her in the right way, using her love languages to communicate with her, loving her openly, showing her affection, showering her with gifts, going out of his way to make sure that this woman that he says he loves is comfortable. On the other hand, what princess treatment is not is you expecting a man to worship the feet that you step on, to, I don't know, to be doing you. The word for this is coming in my language, but how is it said in English? To be doing, to farms you. I don't know if that's a slang, but you want the man to farms you. You want him to always worship at their feet. Man has to pay for your Uber before you go to meet him for a date, you're behaving as if you're doing him a favor by going on a date with this guy. And you don't even care about him. Maybe you're going there for free food. I've been there, sis. Don't worry, I'm not judging you. But maybe you're just going there to go and eat free food, or you're just going there to go and explore a new place, try out a new place. Girls, we need to do better. We need to do better. I was saying something one day and I was like, at this point in my life, if I allow you to take me out on a date, it's a privilege. I'm not saying you should go and tell any man that is taking you out on a date that, oh, it is a privilege for you to take me out. Don't be foolish. But you in your heart, you know it that not every guy can come and say, Agnes, let's go out on a date, and you will jump and go. That's not how princesses, queens, I like to call people queens. That's not how queens do. You cannot be jumping on every single date offer you receive. One day you'll be washed plates in the restaurant and you'll be shocked. You're the one asking for money for Uber. That means you don't even have money to go and pay for the food that you want to eat. If the guy's card bounces, what will you do? How will you cover your shame? How will you explain to the people that after you finish eating, there is now no money to pay? May God help us from embarrassment in Jesus' name. A relationship comes with commitment. That is why most people like situationships, because there is no commitment whatsoever. If you as a lady, you give up your body on the first date, that's on you. It's not on him. He's not obligated to. He's not obligated to give you any amount of money just because you went on a date with him. That mentality is not from here. It's not of God. You cannot, I repeat, you cannot force any man to spend his money on you or to be chivalrous? Chivalrous. To be chivalrous with you, you can't force them. There is this thing I always say, if he wanted to, he will. When a man likes you, the difference is clear between someone that likes you and the one that doesn't like you. The one that likes you will put in the effort. Someone who doesn't like you will not put in any effort. It will actually be like when you're hitting, you're going like a ball, you're bouncing, and once you bounce, you hit a rock and you go back. That's how it is when you're trying to get this, let's say, princess treatment in quote from a man who does not like you, who doesn't appreciate you, who doesn't see the value that you are. I'm not saying that men should not treat you nice even in the stage where we call the talking stage or anything. That's not what I'm saying. You deserve to be treated nicely, but don't go and be acting all entitled. So now let's move to the next part of this video. We're going to be talking about the steps. Should I call it steps? The ways you can receive princess treatment without asking for it. I'm going to give you 5 ways. If my mind suits me, I'll add one as a bonus for you. So you better watch this video to the end so that you get everything. Sis, these things I'm telling you, they work. They work. I interact with men on a daily basis, and I can tell you for a fact that men don't treat all women the same way. They don't treat all women the same way at all. So if they are treating you like trash, there is a high possibility that that's the way you're presenting yourself. So let's say the first point that I will give you is establish your standards from the go. Establish your standards from the get-go. Talk about what your expectations are, how you expect to be treated, what you expect of a man. Tell him from the beginning so that he knows what he's getting into. And it's not that you go and tell him that, see, this is what I expect. This is what you must bring to the table. This is what you must do. I always say this thing, you can get whatever you want as a woman from a man. It all depends on how you're speaking. And you don't have to go and give somebody your body before you get what you want. You have to be wise. You have to, you're a woman. You have to flow. Just carry yourself softly like egg, because you are, I don't know how to explain it, but you're so precious. You're so precious. So when you're establishing your standards, say, what are your expectations? Oh, I expect to be treated this way. You say it nicely, say it softly, but firmly. I say this thing that you can be firm and be soft. I always say this. People, sometimes when some of my friends are talking to me, or someone that I just met of recent, someone I met recently, he was like, that you're very soft spoken, but you're firm. And I'm like, of course, I know what I'm doing. You don't go and be acting rash or crass. Don't go and be acting like a man, basically. Don't act like a man. You're not a man, you're a woman. There was one of my videos I made, and I was like, when they want to help you to carry your bag, they want to bring out the chairs for you, they want to open the doors for you, they want to help you. You'll be like, no, I got this. I'm a feminist. I got this. I got this. So when the men are now allowing you to be the because now you want to take the position of being a man, and when they now give you that space to be a man, you say the men are toxic. Is it toxic? I have a problem pronouncing that word, but you know what I'm trying to say. You say they have toxic masculinity. Whereas you as a woman, you are not giving the man the space to be a man. You want to be a man. He wants to be a man. So two men now. There is contention in the middle. It doesn't work that way, sis. Be a woman. Softly but firmly, you establish your standards, okay? The next point, which is the second point in this video, is let him lead. Let him initiate. Ha! You see, like the example I gave previously about the girl saying, order me an Uber, come and pick me and everything. You know, men are problem solvers. There is a way you be subtle. That's the word. Be subtle about how you ask. There is a way that you can put out a situation on the table, and a man will actually, by himself, he will bring the solulu. He will bring the solution to the problem, because they like it when you actually ask. How do you say, you give them an opportunity to help, especially if it's someone that is interested in you, or not some random guy. This one will not work for some random guy, except you want to use jazz. But when you know that someone is interested in you and he would be happy to help you, don't go and be acting entitled. Just say, oh, for instance, you see that situation that the girl was saying, will you order me an Uber, or you try, or you come and pick me? You, rather than say that, you can be like, oh, I don't know, I'm going to get to the venue. Like, you now ask, listen, you now ask, do you have any suggestions for me? That's when the guy will now be like, oh, if it's somebody that has sense, he will be like, I can come pick you up. I can send you an Uber. That's how you even know that this person this perspective is actually someone who is sensible. He is actually someone who is responsible. But you don't try to lead and then he follows. You have the ability to influence his decisions. You have the ability to influence his decisions. So just suggest. Put out the problem. Allow him to solve the problem. You know, there was a day I was talking about how I was just saying, to be honest, in my heart of hearts, it's not like I was saying it for my friend to provide a solution. I was just whining because I was moody, and he was like, Agnes, what's wrong with you? Everything, what's wrong with you? And I was just like, I don't know where my rent is coming from this month. This was like last year. Yeah, last year or yeah, it was something last year. I can't remember now. But I was like, I don't know where my rent is coming from and everything. And then, as I just said like that, in my presence, this guy sends me rent for 2 months. And it's not that I'm dating him. I'm not dating him. It's not that I will date him. It's not that I will sleep with him. I did not sleep with him. I was just saying it that, see what is happening in my life. Because he asked me, my face was somehow, and he asked me, and I said it, and he did not even like try to, you know, the kind of thing that, oh, you are trying to draw out money from a man. You are doing your possible best, trying your possible best to get that money for a week, get that money. Like, men can be kind, they can be sweet, but don't force it out of them. I I say this thing that from my dad, from my experience with my dad, he whenever I want to get something from him, I know the right time, the right words, how to go about it. In fact, let's get to the third point in this video: appreciation over entitlement. If I want to get something from my father, I'll be like, I'll start reminding him of all the things that he has done for me before. I'll be like, Daddy, thank you so much. Daddy, you're so sweet. Thank you for this. I will start talking about. Sometimes I go way back as primary school. There is nothing. Sometimes I go way back as things he did for me in primary school. I remind him of, oh, Daddy, how you used to take me to that shop to go and buy clothes, how you were always buying me beautiful dresses as a child. You would take me for shopping after school. I remembered, I have those memories, and I'll be like, oh, and you're always doing sweet things for me. You're such a kind father. You're such a good father. I love you. By the time I say all those things and finish, my father will just be like, what do you want? And I'm like, no, Daddy, I'm not asking for anything. You're just like, what do you want? Aggie, tell me. And there are times when I'm not going to ask for anything. I just go and farm him like this and tell him all these sweet things. Then I'll wait. I'll wait for like a week or two to pass, and I'll now go with my request. And when I go, there's no way he will say no, because I've already watered the ground. Do you understand? I've already set the tone. So that's the thing. Appreciate them. If someone does something nice for you and you know that this person actually did something nice, whether it's a small gesture or a big gesture, say thank you so much. If it's someone that you are just meeting for the first time, you don't want to go and be calling them pet names or all of that. Just say, oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate what you did for me. I appreciate how you helped me, or how you did something. There was one place I went to one time, and it was on International Women's Day. I went to that place, right? And the person I went to go and see, because he invited me out for something, like a sports date or something. This is too much information. Okay. But let me spill it. There's nothing bad there. So, when I went to that place, it was International Women's Day, and the person I went to see, I was supposed to go and play some games there, like play, was it table tennis or badminton or something like that. But since that day, I wasn't cut out for any running around and sweating, because if you know all those games, those ball games, you play them, you start sweating. And I did my makeup, so I was like, I'm not doing anything. I just went there. I bought some things for the people that were playing also, and yeah, it was just nice, not anything serious, very platonic. Is it platonic or platonic? You get the point. It was so nice, and by the time I was leaving, the person just removed a very beautiful jotter. At that time, I didn't know it was a jotter, it was packed. But a journal, rather, inside a package, and just gave it to me and said, Happy Women's Day, Happy International Women's Day. And I was like, oh my God. Like, I was like, that's so kind. But that's because that person sees me as someone that is worthy of being gifted just because you came out. I wasn't expecting that. That's another thing. I wasn't expecting anything, because it's not like I'm dating this person. It's just out of the kindness of his heart that he decided to do that, right? So, you people, if these people are not treating you well, I hope this person doesn't watch this video, right? I hope he doesn't watch it, but if he watches it, I appreciated the jotter you gave me. I mean, the journal. But anyhow, appreciation over entitlement, okay? Appreciation over entitlement. Yeah, that's the third point, right? Let's get on to the fourth point. Treat yourself like the princess that you want to be treated as. If you know you expect someone to be generous to you, a man to be generous to you, be generous with yourself. Don't go and be demanding for a wig that you cannot buy for yourself from a man. Don't go and be demanding for money that you cannot spend on yourself. You cannot give to yourself, like from your own work, or from your own parents. You are going to go and ask coffee from a man. Like, anything that you are asking for, make sure you can do it for yourself. If you're asking to go on a vacation to Dubai, sometimes I'm always tweeting it and saying that, oh, I need to go and clear my head in Dubai. I've stopped by at Dubai when I was flying to Russia, but I've never been to Dubai for enjoyment. So if a man now comes to come and say, oh, Agnes, let me take you to Dubai, hey, you people, somebody will invite you and he will send you 200,000, 500,000, and just send it to you for your beauty. And then the person will now invite you on a trip to follow him to Dubai, or to follow him to one of these destinations, Mauritius, and you will stand up and go. And you would say you are not expecting anything to happen. What's the color? Excuse me. What's the color of your foolishness? Explain it to me. Because I don't understand. Please, anything that you cannot give to yourself, don't collect it from these people. Especially if you know that he's not, you people are not in that committed relationship. It's just a stranger. A word is enough for the wise. I will say it again. A word is enough for the wise. See, I'm dragging my ears. In Africa, in Nigeria, if somebody talks to you and does like this, it means you too. Be dragging your ears, I'm dragging my own. Do it like this. Don't be collecting from strangers. That my friend that I told you that gave me 2 months rent is someone I've known for over how many years? At least 5 years. So he's not somebody that is just a random guy that I just met, then I'm going to go and collect money. You have to even be scared. Collect money with fear. If you have to be wise. Gifts. I always say this thing, that you see all these gifts, it's very dicey, because there are sometimes it's the favor of God, and there's sometimes that it is a trap. So be discerning, okay, and know when and when not to collect. So the last point I'll put in this video is create an atmosphere that man also wants to be in. See, if we say the truth, every time we are always dragging Christian brothers don't have game, these guys don't have game. Well, do you know, some of you ladies, you are very boring. You are don't come for me. I'm not trying to attack you. I'm helping you, sis. I'm trying to help you. But you're boring. You can't hold a conversation. You're giving one line. If you know it's someone, if you know it's someone that you're interested in, make sure you carry on the conversation. Be invested in it. And don't come and be, how do I say, for someone you're just meeting, don't come and be too available all the time. That talking is not easy. That all the time you are always there. If he says this, you are there. You say this, you are there. Sometimes allow the person to miss you. I'm not saying you should go and be playing mind games, but when he comes to talk to you, or you will have time to talk, make sure that person has an experience that he cannot get from other girls outside. It's not that because your mental capacity, the conversations you are having is giving, I want to wife you. I want you to be in my life. Do you get me? Do you get it? If you don't get it, forget about it. So guys, thank you guys for watching this video. I love you. I love you so much. Please subscribe to the channel. Which of the points don't you agree with? Which of them do you agree with? Write something nice in the comment section. Share this video with a friend. Turn on the notification bell that is on this channel, so that you get notified whenever I post a new video. And guys, until my next video, I love you, I miss you. See ya. I hope this thing recorded though, because